Hi, my name's Riddick, and the guy you're seeing in the background is supposed to be me, but it doesn't really look like me. I paid a week's worth of lunch money for this. But anyways, there's a common saying that you remember 80% of what you teach, and I remember 0% of what I study from a book. So this seems like a great way to not only educate other people, especially you, Mr. Riley's history class, big shout out, but also for me to consolidate my knowledge on Genghis Khan. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is talk about the Uighurs and their extensive role in the Mongolian legal system. This is great for questions about consolidation of power and tactics used. You could talk about how Genghis Khan was very willing to make friends with minorities. So, here's some important background information. The Uighurs are a Turkic ethnic group living in China. They still exist and live in China to this day. And it's near a part of China named Inner Mongolia, which is the part of what was then Mongolia, which is now part of the People's Republic of China. And at the time, the Uyghur kingdom was a Buddhist kingdom called the Uyghur Karakoja Kingdom in a place called Beshbalik. So at my school, we primarily use three books for Genghis Khan. One is by Weatherford, the other is by John Mann, and the last is by Frank McLean. So you will be able to see in the background in the screen the person's name, and so therefore you can talk about these arguments, etc., in your essay with their name. So the Uyghurs' role in Mongolian society first started when Genghis Khan thought that the Uyghurs were worthy and decided to take them into his service. He summoned their leader, Barchuk, to appear before him in person. It took 2 years for Barchuk to meet Genghis Khan in person. There are multiple reasons for the delay. It is possible that Genghis was expecting prior proofs of loyalty, for example, an attack on Karakatai. It is also possible that Genghis was too involved with the Tangut War in order for him to respond to Barchuk. Okay, so Genghis took in Barchuk and declared him his fifth son. Wait, that's kind of weird because he gave his daughter to Barchuk, and that would be okay. All right, whatever. All right. No, we're not gonna go there. The Uyghurs were very loyal to Genghis Khan, and they accompanied him on missions including accompanying Jebei when the latter was pursuing Kushluk, serving with distinction in the Khwarezmia campaign of 1220 to 21, and the Tangut War of 1226 to 27. In 1225, Genghis granted Barchuk's request to have the Uyghurs scattered around the Mongolian Empire to return to their homeland. Some did not take up the offer. It's kind of like Israel. Can I say that? So Genghis Khan also solidified his relations with allied Uyghur nations by including representatives from them in his state. He thereby protected the underbelly of his land during his invasion of China as well. Here you can see a little attempt at a family, what's it called, like family tree type of diagram thing that shows a family tree. And basically, Genghis gave his fifth daughter, Chojin, to Barchuk, the Idichit, as his wife. When Chojin died, Barchuk then married Genghis' other daughter. So what was the importance of Uyghurs? Okay, the Uyghurs were extremely important to the Mongol Empire. Not only was their state, the Uyghur state, the first one to voluntarily submit, but their people served Genghis quite passionately. They were employed as generals, army officers, judges, scribes, secret agents, darachachi. I don't know what that means, and I haven't been able to find it, but you could probably use the word in an essay. Tax collectors, and numerous other roles. Their high skills, talents, and culture were placed at the service of the Mongols. Their script, the Uyghur script, it was accepted as the official language of the governing class. Still today, in Inner Mongolia, the part of Mongolia that's in China, they still use the Uyghur script in actual Mongolian country that was overtaken by the Soviet Union. So now they use Cyrillic. Okay, so one of the people captured from the Naimans was a Uyghur named Tatatunga, who was the chief administrator. He had written Naiman records in the Uyghur script, and Genghis ordered him to do the same job and also teach the scripts to the younger princes. So before this, Mongolia did not have a script. This was the first instance of Mongolian literacy. Before this, the Mongolians didn't write. The Uyghur script, just FYI, kind of looks like Arabic written vertically. Okay, next we're going to talk about Arslan, ruler of the Charluks. I think that's Charluks. Okay, so Arslan, ruler of the Charluks in 1211, took up the offer and journeyed to Genghis's camp with both wealth and his daughter. He was given a Mongol princess in return as his bride, and became a royal son-in-law. He was acknowledged as second only to the Idachit, Barchuk. Genghis was still at war with the Tangut, however. At the beginning of the 13th century, China, comprised of 4 separate states, the Kingdom of Karakatai, the land of the Tangut, the Jin realm, and the Ningxia provinces of China. So here's some historiography. This is what gets you level 7s and not level 5s like I'm getting. McLean placed a very big emphasis, as you saw, on the role of the Uyghur in the Mongol function, and he listed the numerous jobs that they worked as well. John Mann and Jack Weatherford did not place as much emphasis on the Uyghurs' role in the Mongolian society compared to McLean. And Weatherford believes that the Uyghurs were very important in helping defend the country from foreign threats, especially during their invasion of China. However, he does not discuss Uyghur contribution to domestic Mongolian society. And John Mann does not discuss Uyghur contribution beyond the discussion of the adoption of their script as the literary language of the Mongols. So this is just some interesting stuff that you should keep note of. The verbal printout of what I've been reading here, like the written printout rather of what I've been verbally reading here, is available in the description. You can download it as a PDF. I will be doing this for other elements of Genghis's consolidation of power. So thank you for watching the first video of Rittik attempting to explain Genghis's consolidation of power for IB history, mainly Mr. Riley's class. We're all getting 7s. Thank you for like and subscribe. Don't subscribe to PewDiePie. He's a white nationalist. Goodbye.
Sucker, I'm a young nigga fucker. Hey, nigga 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 sucker.